everyone, it's Laura Myers for CMS-Connected here at Acquia Engage 2018, and I'm joined by Michael Mancuso, the head of digital analytics at Wendy's. Thanks so much for sitting down with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great. You had a very, very entertaining part of the keynote today. It was probably the highlight for me. It was quite funny. I was laughing at all your jokes and thinking I was the only person laughing, but I was not. It was so good. So you guys have always been a bit of a unique brand. You're doing things a bit differently, and so in your market, we don't hear a lot about the digital transformation, but obviously you guys are kind of running with it and doing very well with it. So tell us what the digital transformation looks like for you in your market and how Acquia is really supporting that.
I think when you talk to a lot of the companies who are in the midst of these sorts of transformations, you keep hearing over and over again, they want to become a technology company first. Mm-hmm. I have very little interest in that.
Yeah.
Because I simply cannot match the technology that's available in the market today.
Yeah.
For us, having savvy is important, but we view ourselves more often than not as an entertainment company.
Yeah.
And a lot of what we push through our different channels are ways to delight users that may be unconventional. So you'll see that in social, you'll see that with the mixtape we drop. Mm-hmm. You'll also see that on our website. If you go to our 404 page, you actually get to play the retro Burger Time game. We try to hide things throughout digital.
So do that now.
Absolutely should. Our goal is to surprise and delight.
Yeah.
And where we'd always found a challenge pre-working with Acquia was we have this very fun personality in our company that we can project. We have a challenge being able to extend that to our website, to our apps, mm-hmm. in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
With Acquia, and more importantly, personalization in general, well, that's where we can start to shine with our digital transformation.
Yeah. Wendy's
is fun, and a lot of our restaurants are like home for our regulars. You mm-hmm. go in, you get to know the folks behind the counter, the crew members get to know you. You have that sense of they know what you want before you get there, and mm-hmm. when there's a new product, if they think you'll like it, they'll suggest it to you.
Yeah.
What we're building with Lyft is in essence the ability to extend that to our digital ordering channels. Mm-hmm. So if you come in and you are the biggest Baconator fan, or our salads really get you excited, mm-hmm. you'll have an experience curated to your individual tastes.
Yeah.
You'll find opportunities to explore the menu in new ways that aren't even possible necessarily in the analog side of our business. Mm-hmm. So for us, digital can really be distilled into surprising, delighting, and giving our customers an experience that keeps them coming back.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, and I mean, you guys have such a large customer base, and so I think that would make it, there's a lot of different, personas that you could target in there. So you guys really have a lot of room to be creative, as people can clearly see from your brand. So go in a little bit more what that thought process looks like.
One of the most exciting things about joining the Wendy's team when I did was, wow, a tenth of the population visits Wendy's.com mm-hmm. at least once every year, in many cases far more often than that. And then as I started to really dig into the data, I discovered, well, with a lot of data also comes a really interesting challenge.
Yeah.
We index with the population across every main dimension. Mm-hmm. So we're in a world where we could literally be searching for a needle in a stack of needles.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a challenge. So a lot of what we do is communicate on a broad spectrum. Mm-hmm. We have folks that engage with us through TV, through radio, through social, mm-hmm. Through Twitch, through Hulu, through YouTube. There are so many different channels, and I look at it as a form of progressive maturity with data. Mm-hmm. We can get to the channels, we can start to personalize experiences in those channels and bring those personalized experiences into our products. But for us, it really centers around making sure that we are identifying those unique customer segments mm-hmm. in the data and giving them a unique message that's valuable to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm also really curious to hear kind of where you want to go with technology. Is there a sort of strategy that you haven't deployed yet, or sort of a new technology toy you're excited to use?
Every time I'm asked about my favorite technology, I tend to stump people because I really like the faucet. Think about it. The kitchen faucet
Yeah.
is ubiquitous. You walk up to it, you touch it, it gives you water.
Yeah.
You don't think about where the water comes from or how it works, you know that it works.
Yeah.
Anytime technology can turn into something that is a ubiquitous experience, you end up with true adoption, but also it has to provide value to get that mature.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the proliferation of voice technologies and deep learning to help drive engines to improve those. And then I reflect on Wendy's right now. You talk to us when you go place an order. What does the future look like when you communicate with us? And how can we extend that to different channels? Not just through voice and chat, but there's so many areas where the knowledge of how folks are engaging can help shape and influence new channels that we don't know about yet.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Well, this has been awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.